I've been waiting to trade in my iPhone 16 Pro Max with a new iPhone 17 Pro in the silver color, which is the best color. And finally, it's in stock. So today, we're going to the mall and finally trading in my iPhone 16 Pro Max for the 17 Pro. So come with me to the mall to see what the trade-in process is like. Okay, so I'm all ready to go, showered and everything like that, all ready to go pick up the phone at Yorkdale, and I'm just waiting for my friend right now, going with him, and we're just gonna go pick up the phone, trade in this phone. Oh, what's that case, you might ask? Well, this is a Crave case by Crave, and it's for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's really cool, it's grippy, and I honestly dig this green and black sort of two-tone design. It also protects like the phone as well. It's kind of a little bit bulky, so if you're into that, this is a great case for you. If you want more information, I'll link it down below. Yeah, so this is a Crave case for your iPhone, and I'll probably need a new one for the iPhone 17 Pro, so Crave, if you're listening, let's get on that. And if other companies are also listening, then I would definitely appreciate cases and accessories for the iPhone 17 Pro so that I can show my viewers, you guys, what the best accessories are for your new iPhone 17s. But anyways, let's head on out. It's 53, yo, we're gonna be late. Okay, so I'm sure you guys all have seen the new like iPhone 17 and all the videos, MKBHD, all that kind of stuff. What I want to talk about is what I'm excited about the upgrades between the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 17. So I have the 16 Pro Max, so I'm used to like a bigger phone, bigger battery, all that kind of stuff, but I'm going sort of downsizing to the smaller phone, which means that I'm losing the battery life, maybe, depending on the A19 Pro processor and all its efficiencies. But what I'm excited about are the camera upgrades, because you have all 48 megapixels throughout the lenses. I always punched into 5 times and I was like, yeah, I'm losing the 48 megapixel qualities from the ultra wide and the regular wide. But now this year, I don't have to worry about that, which is awesome. I'm also excited about the new design, the switch from titanium to aluminum specifically, not necessarily the camera plateau, but we'll see how that goes. If it helps in like the rocking or the rockability of the phone on a table, then maybe it's a W, but I don't know. We have yet to see it. We'll definitely test that as well though. And low-key, what I'm most curious about is when it gets hot, if it gets hot because of the new vapor chamber, how many brightness levels does it go down? Because my 16 Pro Max, if I'm like FaceTiming someone in the sun, that's pretty much all it takes for the brightness levels to go down like 3-4 notches. So I'm curious to see that because of the new vapor chamber that Apple included in the new Pro iPhones. So yeah, not much new, but it's still exciting. I'm honestly most excited about downsizing from a 6.9 inch phone down to a 6.3 inch phone. So it'll fit better in my hand, it'll fit better in my pockets and all that stuff. So definitely more excited about the size difference than anything. We still have like 33 minutes left, which is cutting it really close to the time that I gotta pick the phone up, but we like to make things hectic, I guess. Look at all that traffic, bro. I'm not gonna get there on time. Literally, like the time it says is 12:31 now. So we tried our best to beat the 401 traffic, but we eventually finally made it to the mall. But we were still a little bit late. So we did make it, but it is 12:31, so we're late, but I'm not sure if they'll still let us, but we're definitely gonna try. I paid like $800 for this thing with the trade-in, so they should. So we basically walked from one end of the mall all the way to the other end of the mall, which took another like 5-10 minutes to get there, but we eventually made it.
Are you planning to trade in your previous?
So we went through the transaction process, and because we were trading in, I just set up the new phone at the Apple Store. And that is the cleanest this display will ever be. And then I just went through the regular setup and transferring process, including Face ID. Okay, so while this is setting up, the first thing that I wanted to test was the rockability or whatever on surfaces compared to the previous iPhones. So this is the previous iPhone, the iPhone 16, and it rocks quite a bit, pretty much on every corner except the corner where the cameras are. And this is the iPhone 17. It rocks a little bit, but definitely not as much, which is also another thing I'm excited about to test is the front-facing camera, because now like a square sensor, so you can take vertical selfies in landscape mode or landscape selfies in vertical mode, so that's pretty cool. And you can also do open gate with these new iPhone Pro phones, the 17 Pros. So I'm excited to test that out as well. So we're still waiting. It's been saying 1 minute for the last like 5 minutes, so I'm still waiting for it to finish. Yeah, this thing's a little bit hot to the touch, but it's not super hot. Maybe the vapor dimmer is doing its job.
That's really cool video.
And finally, the transfer was finished. And I know orange is the new color this year, but this silver is clean. Okay, so we finally got the 17 Pro in silver in 256 gigabytes, which is awesome. And we also got a screen protector installed because you can never be too careful, but I didn't get a case because I really like the way this feels in my hand. The aluminum and the rounded corners and edges and everything look really nice and feel really nice. So I didn't really get a case. I might get one soon, but not just yet. I just want to admire this. So we started off at 79%. Right now it's about 74%, and it's been about an hour and a half of like loading and downloading and setting up the new phone and stuff like that. So it's not bad for a regular non-Pro Max phone. It's pretty good. So just had some late lunch, and I was using the iPhone just for like scrolling and showing photos and some stuff like that. I have this Banks armor pop clip thing over here, which is really useful. I don't want to put it on without a case, but whatever, it's too useful to not do that. And it feels so nice in the hand. I know I said that before, but it feels really nice. And in the last hour or so that we've been eating our lunch, it dropped about a few percentage points, not too much, which is kind of impressive for a non-Pro Max phone. Still doing the downloading in the background, like still downloading all the apps and stuff. But yeah, so far so good. And it feels really nice in the hand. I know I keep saying that, it's like the third time I've said that, but it's true. This silver color really grows on you, and the more you use it, the more you kind of appreciate it over the orange color. And then we went to a few more stores, but I just couldn't focus because of this new silver color on the iPhone 17 Pro. It just looks so nice. Yeah, so we just left the mall, Yorkdale Mall, and we got the iPhone secured the goods. Honestly, I think small phones are the way to go. Not only because it feels nice in the hand and like it's more comfortable to use and it fits in more, different kind of places, but also because it probably will help with the doom scrolling. And I know I'm not the only one with this problem, so that's definitely a benefit I think that I'll see with this smaller size phone. But even in direct sunlight, the new iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max displays goes up to 3000 nits, which means that you'll have no problem using it outdoors in direct sunlight or any highlighting situations. So I'm just in the car right now, and I'm noticing that the brightness is like hitting its peak amount of 3000 nits, which is awesome. Because one, I can 100% see the display really well. Like it's super bright to the point where like I have no issues like watching anything or looking at anything or reading any text. But also two, the phone is not getting that hot. Like I'm actually kind of comfortable using it. It's hot-ish, like it's warm, but it's definitely not too hot. And thirdly, and more like most noticeably, the brightness levels did not drop at all, which is W. Okay, so we are back with the iPhone 17 Pro in silver, 256 gigabytes, and it is awesome to use such a small, tiny device. Now, I know most of you are probably wondering what it's like using the actual new phone from last year's phone, and honestly, the answer is pretty much what you'd expect, which is basically that it's pretty much the same device as last year's. You still doom scroll the same way, you still sort of take photos the same way. For the average user, you don't need a Pro phone at all. The regular iPhone 17 is more than sufficient. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are for those who primarily use their smartphone camera as like their B cam or even their primary camera. Because the cameras on here are truly amazing, like they shoot log video, and that is a game changer. Also, it has 48 megapixels across the board, so all three lenses have 48 megapixels, which is also a game changer now. And it has a dedicated camera control button right here, as you can see, and that is not really a game changer, but it's really convenient just pressing it and then the camera just pops up like that super quick. So if you use the camera, the Pro and Pro Max are for you. And if you really do like intensive stuff like I don't know, programming or rendering or something like that, like video editing or even gaming, like high intensive games on this device, then this device is probably more for you than the 17. Which is not to say that the 17 can't do any of that stuff. Like the 17 still has solid cameras. It has two dual 48 megapixel cameras, ultra wide and regular, and whereas this one has the additional telephoto 4x telephoto lens. But the regular 17 does not have log video, which is, I would argue that it is a pro feature, so that makes sense that it's only on the pro phones. But it does this year come with 120 Hz ProMotion display. So ProMotion is on all the devices, all the iPhones now, except the SE. All the 17 devices have ProMotion, so that is awesome to see. So even if you were like, yo, I don't like this 60 Hz display, like it's too jittery or whatever, you don't have to compromise anymore. You can get the 17, the regular 17, and you'll be fine because it has ProMotion 120 Hz, and it'll feel and look like buttery smooth. So yeah, the camera array and the SoC in both the devices between the Pro and the regular phones is the primary difference between the two, but there's obviously minor differences, like the fact that the regular 17 uses USB 2.0 speeds, which is not ideal, but again, what kind of files are you transferring if you're not a Pro user? Whereas the Pro has USB 3.0, which is, or some sort of faster like USB transfer speeds. And also they all have the same front-facing camera across the board, including the Air, which is pretty cool. It has the square sensor, which is truly like a game changer. It's pretty sick. I could press one of these two buttons, which one of them turns into landscape mode and the other just keeps it in portrait mode. So landscape mode without having to turn my phone like this, which it automatically does when I do that. But then it also has a super wide sort of front-facing camera, which is really cool to see. I'm not sure if that sort of makes sense, but it's a lot wider than last year's, and yeah, you can see the difference. Like that's a lot more in the frame than before. And again, if you wanted to switch it to landscape, you can do that as well, because it has a square sensor, which is on all the devices now, which is awesome to see. And you know what? Here's a little comparison or test of the front-facing camera capabilities of the iPhone 17 Pro. This is a log recording using the front-facing camera, and it looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, especially when you put like a LUT on it and make the colors pop and everything and do whatever you want it to. Yeah, I think it looks really nice. But yeah, this video was pretty much just showing you the process of trading in your iPhone in the Apple Store and getting a new one, and what that whole process is like, as well as my first impressions with the iPhone 17 Pro. Now, if you want to see more videos on the iPhone 17 or any other phones that have been out, like the Pixel 10 or the upcoming S26 or even the S25, which I have somewhere here, versus the iPhone 17, especially the cameras, then definitely subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment down below what you want to see. I also did want to do a video for who this phone is exactly for, like what target demographic this phone is for, as well as what target demographic the regular 17 and the Air is for as well, because it's kind of a confusing year this year. So if you want to see any of that, definitely get subscribed, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in one of these two videos or in the next one. Bye.